Are you ready to rise above the limits that you feel in your life? Today I will tell you how. Welcome to Layers of Living Water, as today we discuss the precipice of change. All of us want to change something in our life, and the question is, how do we do it? Today I'm going to show you how to do it through a story about Amy and her learning how to fly. It will greatly help you. So here we go. Amy spent time. She had studied hard. She had learned how to fly. She had been in the simulator. She had done everything you needed to do to learn how to fly. The day came. It was time to go out into the aircraft. She climbed into the aircraft. As you can imagine, her heart was racing. Her hands were feeling sweaty. Today was the day she would lift off from the ground. Well, that is if everything went correctly, and of course there are lots of things that can happen when you're learning how to fly. But Amy was ready. She had put in all the time. She had put in all the hours, and the instructor said, "You are ready to go." This day she took the plane. They got in. She maneuvered down to the end of the runway. The pilot looked at her and said, "Amy, are you ready?" Well, she thought for a moment, and then she said, "Absolutely, I'm ready." He said, "Okay, the controls are in your hands." Amy reached forward. She began to press forward on the throttle. The plane slowly began to pick up speed. And the faster the plane went, the more shaky the plane got. The more rattly the plane got. The more noises Amy was hearing. You can imagine in her heart there was that brief moment. Am I doing something wrong? Did I miss something? Why is all this going on? It may be just like your life today. You may be going in life. You may be going down life's path. Things are all of a sudden feeling shaky. There's noises. There's things going on that you have not heard before. And you're questioning, did I make the right decisions? Have I done what I'm supposed to do? Well, listen to what happened to Amy, and then we'll apply it to you. Amy was there. Her heart was pounding fast. All the noises, the faster she went on the ground, the more noises, the more shakes, the more everything began to happen. All of a sudden, the instructor tapped Amy on the hand and said, "You're ready to lift off whenever you're ready." Amy pulled back on that yoke, and in a matter of an instant, the plane left the ground. It went into the air. All of the shaking stopped. Everything became peaceful. All of the strange noises stopped. For you see, the plane is not meant to operate on the ground. The plane is meant to operate in a different world, a different level. It's meant to fly. Amy felt the good feeling that the plane had lifted off. Everything was smooth. She was piloting the plane. Her heart began to settle. All that training she had put in had come to fruition, and the plane lifted off the ground. My friend, you could be the same today. Everything is shaking, rattling. You don't know what's going on. Have you ever thought that maybe it's time for you to rise to a different level? Maybe it's time for you to ascend to a different place in life. You've put all the time in. You've paid all your dues. You've done what you need to do. So now it's time to lift off and achieve that you were created to do. For you see, the plane, that's what it's made to do. Will they roll on the ground? Well, of course, they have to have wheels to roll to get out to the starting point. Just as you have to have things in your life that get you where you need to be. But today you may be watching, and today is the day that you are ready to ascend to a different level. You are standing at the precipice, which when you make a decision, you have one of two choices. What would have happened if Amy would have just pulled back on the throttle and gone slow again? The plane would have never left the ground. It would have just coasted to a stop. She would have missed her opportunity to fly. My friend, you are the same today. You are at that precipice of change. You are at that point in your life where if you will put all your efforts into using all the training you have, using all the experience, when you step forward, you will all of a sudden ascend from one place to another. And once you do, you will realize everything you've invested in yourself, everything you've invested in making a better life for yourself will start to come to pass. Now, once that plane got up in the air, Amy was able to pilot it. She was able to make that plane go wherever she wanted. For you see, when you're on the ground, she had limitations. She had a runway she had to stay on. She had a path she had to stay in. But once she was in the air, she had full control. She had ascended to a different, complete place. Now she could take the plane up, down, left, right. She could go faster. She could go slower. See, she knew, she experienced, she reached that precipice point. And at that precipice point, she could have gone way too fast and the plane would have stalled. She could have left it go too slow and the plane would not fly. But when she hit that exact speed and everything was in place, when she pulled back, those flaps went down and she went up. My friend, that is where you are today, and that is what you can do. Stop focusing on all that's going on around you. Stop focusing on the things that don't seem right. Stop focusing on the things that don't sound right. But focus today on your precipice point of where you are going to lift off. It's time for you to step into a different level. It's time for you to achieve heights that you were built to achieve. You see, the plane that Amy was piloting was built to achieve significant heights. It was built to operate at a different level. You, my friend, are that way today. You have been built to operate at a different level. Stop all that is holding you back and get ready. If you've prepared, if you've made yourself ready, now is the time to release yourself into that new level. And when you do, you will experience all the freedom that comes with it. My friend, that is you today. You're at the precipice of change. Don't give up. Don't stall out. Don't say, oh, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I've studied enough. I don't know if I have everything that I need to achieve the change. My friend, I will tell you today that you do. Take that step. Move into that new level and start to experience the freedom that will come. Thank you for listening to Layers of Living Water today. If you know somebody that's stuck somewhere and needs a change, make sure you share this with them.